American Express is known for having some of the best travel cards around, and their hotel branded cards are no different. Today I'm going to be reviewing the American Express Hilton Honors Aspire card, and I'm going to let you know if their extensive rewards are worth the hefty $450 a year annual fee. I'm Bradford with the Penny Pincher's Guide to Personal Finance. First, make sure you hit that like button. Now, on to the review. Hilton offers 3 non-business credit cards through American Express. It goes through a tiered system. The first credit card is their standard AMEX Hilton Honors card, which has no annual fee. Second on the tier is going to be the AMEX Hilton Honors Surpass card with a $95 a year annual fee. And then the highest tiered is going to be the AMEX Hilton Honors Aspire card with a hefty $450 a year annual fee, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on for this video. I've had the Aspire card for about 6 months now, and so far I've been pretty impressed. But let's jump over to the Amex website and look through the advertised perks and see if they're actually worth it or not. So now that we're over on the Amex website, we're looking at the Hilton Honors Aspire card. First thing to note is going to be that obviously hefty $450 annual fee. So you're going to have to be the one that makes the decision whether the perks are right for you. Something to note with that annual fee is that there is no additional annual fee for any other card holders that you add to your account. Now, normally the Aspire card is going to have the best introductory offer out of any of the Hilton Honors line cards. What I had for me was 150,000 points if I spent $4,000 in the first 3 months. Credit to where credit is due. As soon as I hit that threshold, I was awarded those points in my Hilton Honors account the very next day. So let's scroll down and let's look at what are some of the benefits of this card. The first thing is that you're going to earn 14 extra points per dollar spent on Hilton hotels and resorts. And I'll get back to that later, but because this card gives you complimentary diamond membership in the Hilton Honors tiered loyalty program, actually you're going to get 34 points for every single dollar spent on a Hilton property, but I'll go into that more later. Additionally, you're going to get 7 times points on select travel that is booked through the Amex travel website. Now, if you have another Amex travel card like the Platinum card, you're going to be better off booking your purchases with that card just due to how the loyalty programs work. But if you don't have a Platinum card, this is a pretty good alternative. Something else is it gives you 7 times points of Hilton Honors points only back on all dining. So for me, I have a 2% cashback card, but actually the 7 times points giving me back is actually a better alternative because Hilton Honors are valued right around 0.6 cents. So that gives me just a little bit over 2% cash back, which because of how I like the Hilton Honors hotels, that's what I choose to use instead. Looking out here at the base rate return, if it's not on travel or dining, you're gonna get 3 points for every dollar spent. Now, if you have a cashback card, I'd recommend you use that instead, just because 3 times points back, that equates to just a little bit over 1.5% cash back, but you're much more limited because you can only use these points towards Hilton Honor purchases. Going further down here, what are some things you get? You get a $250 Hilton Resort statement each year, which is something nice to do if you stay at a Hilton Resort. Other thing to note is that you get a weekend night reward once per year. For me, it took me 12 weeks after I signed up for the card to be awarded that night reward. Other people will get it earned faster, but the typical time frame that they give you is 8 to 12 weeks. And the nice thing about this is that you can use it on almost any single property. So if you play your cards right, it can be equivalent to almost 90,000 Hilton Honors points. And the last thing to note is that you get your complimentary diamond status. So I think this is where the card makes the most sense. So if you get the complimentary diamond status and you stay at a Hilton property with this card, you're actually going to get, so the diamond status gives you twice as many points back for every dollar spent. So the base rate is 10 points per dollar. The diamond status, you're going to get 20 points per dollar. And with the card, you'll get an additional 14 points on top of that, giving you 34 points for every dollar spent. And at 0.6 cents per point, that gives you a pretty hefty return and saves you some pretty good money every time you stay at a Hilton property. Now let's scroll down here. We're going to look at some other benefits they have. They have a $250 airline fee credit. So that's actually better than what they have on the Amex Platinum card, which is only $200. So that's a nice thing to have. They have an additional $100 on property credit. You get this anytime you stay a 2-night minimum, and you can get up to $100 in credits. That's going to be at the Waldorf Astoria Hotels and Resorts as well as the Conrad Hotels and Resorts. So that can cut a little bit back into the resort fee that you're going to be paying anytime you stay at one of those hotels. You also get the Priority Pass Select. That's something that you get as well as if you have a Platinum card. So that's really nice when you're traveling. You can get into a bunch of the lounges. You get free food while you're traveling and save some money, as well as get away from the regular terminals to be able to relax and decompress, especially if you're traveling over a long day. Another thing pretty standard with American Express, no foreign transaction fee. That's something that I would see as a standard item with any card that Amex offers. Another thing that makes it a good travel card is you get car rental loss and damage insurance. So depending on where you go, it might not apply, so just read the fine print. But I'm gonna use my Amex cards anytime I travel, especially when I get a rental car, so that way I don't have to pay extra for any insurance that the car rental company is offering, because I know Amex already provides a base level of travel insurance in that regard. Another stand-up thing is going to be the Premium Global Assist Hotline. So that's just something that you can call basically anywhere in the world. It will cost you money, but American Express will move mountains to help you with whatever your situation is. You get some baggage insurance plan. That's something that's really nice, especially with these higher tier travel cards, is you can get up to $3,000 for checked and carry-on baggage for each covered person per covered trip. So if you have a couple people that you purchase for a trip, it's you and a spouse, that's going to be $3,000 per person. Going down some other additional perks that you have, concierge you can call and you can get reservations at what might normally be a hard to get place if you're going out for a nice date or something like that. American Express experiences, it seems like it's pretty nice. It's not something I've ever actually personally taken advantage of. Another nice thing I have is return protection. So you can get up to $300 per item within 90 days of purchase, even if the retailer refuses to accept that return. American Express will reimburse you that up to $1,000 per calendar year per card account. And then just going into the additional standard stuff with American Express is going to be the send and split it, fraud protection, year-end summary, pay it and plan it, which because American Express has charge cards, which require you to pay off everything in full at the end of the month. Pay it and plan it makes it much more similar to a regular credit card where you can pay it over time, but you are paying a very high interest on that privilege to do so. It just talks about additional cards, and those don't cost anything extra. So the big question I promised to answer from the start, is the Aspire card worth that $450 annual fee? In my personal opinion, because I do travel a lot and I actually really like the Hilton hotel chain, I think it is worth it. Now, caveat, just based on my experience, I'm military, so American Express waives that annual fee for me. But even if I wasn't in the military, because I'm a pilot and I travel a lot, I like to stay at the nicer hotel chains. I think Hilton has a really good customer support system, and I've just been overall impressed with all my experiences with them. And even when they haven't been good, they did the best that they could to rectify the situation. So if you don't travel a lot, it's certainly not gonna be worth it. While it's great to be upgraded to Diamond membership, get that nice parking spot, and maybe some free meals, if you're only traveling 1 or 2 times a year, it's not gonna be worth it. Just pony up that extra cash if you want that nicer room, because paying $450 for just 1 or 2 times that you travel is not gonna be worth it. Now, if you do travel a lot for work and you just want to upgrade on your own, or if you travel a lot for fun and you like staying with the Hilton brand, this can definitely be a card that will get you a lot more back monetarily than what you're paying for the annual fee. But I'd like to know what you think. Do you think the $450 fee is worth it or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Give the video a like if you got something out of it. Thanks again for spending time with me, and until next time, just remember to pinch a little. Thanks for watching. And if you liked this video, make sure to check out the video that's on the left-hand side of your screen.
Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like more great content, and to support our channel.